How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the corner. I am the DM as always, and today we got one from your boy Jazzarus. Now, Jazzarus, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, especially right now, he has some hot takes that he does sometimes, and I mean some like spicy, some like habanero pepper level hot takes, right? Um, However, uh, this is another one. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all aren't gonna like it because I completely fucking agree with him. There are a lot of people right now that are saying that Path of Exile 2 is just too hard. First off, y'all are babies. Go cry about it. Secondly, I've seen people comparing this to like Souls-like games. Uh, Go cry about it. Y'all are babies. This is nothing like Dark Souls. Okay, this is, in my honest opinion, in my own spicy take, better than Dark Souls. Yeah, I said it. Better than Elden Ring. Better than Sekiro. Better than Bloodborne. It's better than every game From Software has ever released. And it's also nothing like them because it's not a Souls-like or anything like that. So, yeah.
Hey guys, today I wanna address what people have been talking about in PoE 2, in the community. They have been talking about the loot, about the difficulty, about the currency, about the game itself. And
Bunch of
normally
babies.
in the other videos that I love in this channel for the other games that I play, which is WoW and Diablo 4, I am on the complaining side of things, but this time
To be fair, the reason why, I don't know, 20 seconds and I'm already pausing. To be fair, the reason why he's on the complaining side, usually in those games, is because those games, the developer just doesn't seem to like them or something. I don't know. Those games have a lot of issues that the developers just never address. Like the fact that D4, the entirety of D4 and its expansion is equivalent to, like, the first two acts of Path of Exile 2 in terms of content. I'm gonna say it. I said it. I said it. Fight me.
I am on the defending the game side of things. PoE 2 is an awesome game. I am in love. This is the game I have been waiting for. This is insane. And now people are wanting to change it. No, no, GGG.
I
Don't
hope they
listen
don't.
to these people.
If
It's
anything,
being awesome.
honestly, if anything, I hope as a response to people wanting it changed, they just make it harder.
Path of Exile 2 is awesome. It's
I
the
hope they do.
perfect game. Don't listen to these people. I wanna address point by point, but I will start saying this. If you are, because if you wanna see people complaining, you go to the Path of Exile 1 Reddit. And this is people complaining about the loot, complaining about the bosses, complaining about the map, about everything, right? And sure, there are things that can be adjusted, but the base game is awesome. Don't modify the base game, the combat, the movement, how the game works. It is the perfect fucking ARPG, dude.
By the way, I've said this a number of times. If you're playing Path of Exile 2 and you are not using either a controller or WASD movement, y'all are just playing it wrong. You're playing it wrong. If you're going to play Path of Exile 2, either use WASD for your movement or use a controller. You cannot take advantage of the fact that you can move while attacking if you don't use one of these. Using your mouse, I'm going to pull up Epic Pin, and I'm going to show you what happens if you try to use a mouse. Okay. So using a mouse, let's say you are here and there are mobs here. Okay. If you're using a mouse, in order to hit them with an ability, your mouse has to come all the way up here. You then have to press the ability. And then, in order to move away from them, your mouse has to come all the way back here and then continue to go further to actually be able to click. Okay. Meanwhile, these mobs have already closed the distance. They're already on top of you by the time your mouse gets back to here. You are literally killing yourself. You are being the cause of your death. Okay? You are causing your own death by using a mouse to move. Stop using the mouse. Use WASD or a controller to move.
So the first thing I wanna say is, if you are a Path of Exile 1 Andy, you have Path of Exile 1 to enjoy it. If you are someone that doesn't like the difficulty comes from games that are more casual, like Diablo 4, you have Diablo 4 to enjoy it. But people like me that want a game like Path of Exile 2 don't have another game to go to. This is the game. Don't take it away from us. Let us enjoy this game, because this is the game we have been waiting for. Why is this game so special for me? For example, what do I love about it? I love the combat, how you move in the game. I love that the emphasis is around bossing, that you have to roll and actually fight the boss. You have to move your character. In Diablo 4, this is non-existent. In Path of Exile 1, at least what I have played is not existent. PoE 2 is the fucking game. Don't take it away from us. Now,
so he's not wrong in Path of Exile 1. Path of Exile 1, because you cannot move while attacking, and also you have to move using the mouse, the best strategies are ones where you could just stand there and face tank damage. Because for the most part, you kind of have to in order to use your abilities.
now let's address the concerns that people have. Now, this that you are seeing on the screen is one of the most prevalent concerns about PoE 2, that there is not enough loot. This person says full clear map in PoE 2, here's the loot, just this loot. And yes, it can be a little bit adjusted, but
here's my issue with this screenshot, okay? What fucking map did you do? What were the modifiers? What was the mob density? What was the rarity level for it? How much bonus rarity did you have? Did you have any additional magic find on your equipment? Any additional, like, bonus to rarity on your equipment? What are the details, right? For all we know, this screenshot could have come from the very first map that had no modifiers on it and had barely any density. And if that's the case, of course you're gonna fucking get like 2 or 3 fucking things from the map. Also, did you actually pick anything up? Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm still in Act 2. I go and full clear one of these zones, one of these maps in Act 2, and I have to go back to town 2 or 3 times during the course of the map because of how much shit is dropping. Yeah, it's not a bunch of uniques. I've only got like 5 or 6 uniques. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't fucking care. I would rather get like blues and yellows that I can modify and augment and try and craft and match to my build than get a bunch of uniques that don't fucking do anything for me. Because I'm gonna be honest, all of the uniques I've gotten, of all of them, I've used a helmet that I got and gloves that I got. And the only reason I used them was because I decided to. They didn't really affect my build. The helmet, the best thing about it was it reduced, I think, either the effect or duration of Ignite, Shield, and Shock. And the gloves added like 2 to 4 additional physical damage to my Bone Storm. It increased the DPS by like 4. I just decided to use them, and then like an hour later, I was like, I'm gonna use something else. And I went and I crafted myself a better helmet, and I crafted myself a better set of gloves.
But I like that there is not much loot. In PoE 1 and in Diablo 4, you are bombarded with loot that is completely useless. Yes, maybe just one item is too little, like you need more, but I feel like what you should be giving more out is the currency. The currency is what should be given out so we craft more items.
You want to know the funny thing about currency is I disenchant almost every blue and yellow I get. Sometimes I'll sell the blues if I feel like it, but if I don't feel like selling the blues, I disenchant everything. and then I get a ton of currency. I have so many fucking orbs of augmentation and transmutation that I've legitimately just begun to primarily sell blue items because they're just like, whatever.
I like how you can take the white item. Remember that I am playing PoE 2. This is the game. Fuck PoE 1. I don't give a fuck about PoE 1. And I know that PoE 1 Andys are gonna be mad. But now that I am playing PoE 2, and it is awesome, and it is the game that I want to play, fuck PoE 1. So I don't care about that.
In fact, hang on. I just got to do something. Hang on. So I found the picture in Jazz's video, and I'm putting this comment up because he provides no fucking evidence outside of this one fucking screenshot. That's it. There is no fucking evidence for on his fucking bullshit.
I am loving the crafting system in this bullshit. So what they need to adjust, and I agree with that, is giving out more currency to craft your items. And that way people won't complain as much about not having much loot. Because you could use a lot of the white items because you upgrade them.
Another issue I have that I just thought about with this image is the fact that it's trying to claim that that's all the currency he got. I find that extremely hard to believe when I clear one Act 2 area and I get like 3 regal shards, like 5 different orbs of augmentation, like 3 orbs of transmutation, a ton of scrolls of wisdom, which I'm going to be honest, I stopped using because I could just identify for free in town. And like at least 10 to 15 blue items and 3 rare items, at least. So I find this image just extremely hard to believe.
But right now you are lacking items and currency, and I agree with that. But I also don't want to be bombarded with loot. I know they will adjust it, and this is not a big deal. This is something that can be adjusted. What I don't want them to change is the base game.
Also, yeah, this stuff can be adjusted, and it likely will be adjusted at some point. And the reason why I know it will likely be adjusted is because it's fucking early access, you fucking nincompoops. You fucking baboons. You know what you need to do? You need to go into their forums, into the fucking... Here, I'll even show you how to fucking get there. So what you do is you type in pathofexile.com. Okay? Then you go to the forums. Okay? And then, so right here you can see Path of Exile 2 early access. You can, if you're on console, you can go to one of these potentially. You don't go to this because it's a Path of Exile 1, right? You go up here and you expand Path of Exile 2 early access. Okay. Then you come down to early access feedback. Then you come over here and click new thread. You put in your, oh my god, the loot is so bad, please change, whatever you want the fucking title to be, right? And then you come down here and you write out, oh my god, the Path of Exile 2 loot is so bad, please increase, give more blocks, please, whatever, right? And you click notify me and then you submit. Okay, so that way your feedback is on their official forum where you're supposed to put your fucking feedback. Then they can see your feedback and they can make adjustments. And if enough people are putting up information saying, we want more currency to drop, we want more loot to drop, we want more of whatever to drop, they can make those changes if they feel like it's a change that should be done.
You know, like the game, the way
they don't go to fucking Reddit. Also, if you're going to put it something like this, make sure you include information like the map you are doing, the mob density, how much actual shit you looted. If you can, post a fucking video of it. That's what I'm doing with my entire Witch playthrough. I'm recording every single moment of it. I'm cutting out all of the downtime, right? But I'm also not trying to make it out to seem like I'm not getting any loot. the vast majority of the shit that I cut out is either running around clearing the entire area or going back to actually fucking sell and disenchant loot. If I didn't cut those two things out, all of my videos, every single one, would be at least 30 minutes longer. Okay, so right now, I have 7 parts uploaded and scheduled to be released. If I didn't remove all of that downtime in between what you see of me killing all the mobs, picking up all the loot, going back to town, identifying it, disenchanting it, if I didn't remove all that, every single one of those episodes would be another 30 minutes. And each of them is already between 20 and 40 minutes. Okay, so each one would be between 50 minutes and an hour and a half. Because that's how much shit I'm selling and disenchanting.
Gameplay.
And this is in Act 2, by the way.
Don't change that. You can adjust a little bit the amount of loot. Also, don't bombard us with loot, please. What are other complaints? Again, the loot, PoE 2 bosses, I would like to award you the highest honor I can bestow, and he drops bullshit. Okay, people are complaining about that.
I'm going to be honest, every single boss I've killed, and I've killed every single one in every single map so far, all of them have dropped blues and yellows. Every single one. So, this right here, skill issue.
Nobody's going to complain about endgame stuff if they can get to endgame. Everybody can get to endgame. This is what
I've seen, there are people that are already at endgame. There were people who got to the fucking endgame on day fucking 1. Day 1. Get the fuck out of here with this. Oh, now I can get to the endgame. Y'all are fucking retarded.
bullshit. This is another complaint. The difficulty of the game.
The game's not difficult.
First of all, it is not that hard. People are overreacting. It is not that hard. I never played PoE 1. I suck at games, and I am going fine through the game. It is not that hard. But let's assume it is hard.
Here's what you can do. You can go and watch every single one of my boss fights. I have every single boss fight recorded, and I play them in their entirety. I don't make any cuts at all during the boss fights. There are only 2 bosses that I don't have recorded because I accidentally deleted the footage. And that's Draven and his fucking wife or whatever. And I'll tell you exactly what happened to that. I went up against Draven. He killed me 4 times in a row. I said, okay, I'm going to go and kill Asenia because I had a theory that maybe if I killed Asenia, she wouldn't show up in the Draven fight. Turned out that didn't happen, right? But you know what I learned by going and killing Asenia? When I went and fought Asenia, she killed me twice. Okay. Then the 3rd time, I killed her. Not a single time when I died did I ever feel like the boss killing me was bullshit. Every single time I died, I was like, yeah, no, I deserved that. Because every single one of their attacks is so well telegraphed that I could easily dodge out of them and get out of them at any fucking point in time. Your dodge roll cancels everything you do. You're in a big animation, dodge roll immediately cancels it. You are not animation locked into any animation whatsoever in this entire fucking game. You can cancel every animation you're in. Every single one. Use your dodge roll. It's there for a fucking reason. If you are not using your dodge roll, it is your fault that you are dying, not the game. It doesn't matter what attack you are doing. I dare anyone to find an attack where you get animation locked, and I'll fucking make a 30-minute video telling you and proving to you why you're a fucking moron and why you're wrong. Because your dodge roll cancels every single animation in the fucking game that you do. Fucking dodge roll, you morons! By the way, after I killed Asenia, so during my Draven boss fight, I realized He's killing my skeletal sniper really fast in one shot every single time. That's kind of annoying. What can I do to change this? So I went and fought Asinia. You know how I beat Asinia? I dropped the skeletal archers and I tried something else. I tried a different skill. I pulled out the skeletal arsonists. I summoned 2 of them. Bam! One shot. Killed her first try. Went back to Draven, killed him first try. Every other boss I've killed on the first try. Every single one. Except for the Bramble boss in the Grellwood. I believe it was the Grellwood. He killed me one time and then I killed him the second time. I have not struggled against any of the bosses. If you are struggling against the bosses, it's because you're not dodging. It's because you're not trying to win. You're being a fucking idiot and you're trying to face tank everything, and you cannot do that in Path of Exile 2. Trying to face tank will get you fucking killed.
Big part of the difficulty comes from the game being new and people not knowing how to play this. That is the truth. A lot of the difficulty comes from there, and the game is gonna nerf itself when people know what they are doing. Basically, that is the truth. Because you have to remember that PoE 2 is going to be a seasonal game too. People are going to replay this campaign thousands of times. The game is going to nerf itself by people just knowing what they are doing. That is the truth, and if you deny it, I don't know what you are thinking. Could they adjust a couple of big hits, a couple of bosses, or how the mobs behave in certain parts? Of course, everything can be adjusted. They can let the new player, and remember that I am a new player too, we are all new players because this is a new game. Fuck Path of Exile 1. This is a new game and that is awesome. But yes, they could make the transition better so you know how the game behaves, the role, the bosses, the dodging. Okay, I can agree with that. But don't make the game a cakewalk either. The difficulty of the game is something that is cool, and people should expect that the game is going to be a little bit of a challenge, because
I hope to make the game harder. Simple as that.
It's not that hard either, but that I understand that for some people it might be too punishing in some areas. Okay, you can adjust it, but don't make the game a cakewalk either. So basically, if you go to Path of Exile 2's Reddit, you see people complimenting the game, and if you go to the Path of Exile 1 Reddit, people are complaining, basically because these are PoE 1 Andys. Guys, if you like PoE 1, I am happy for you. Enjoy it. It is your game. You can play that game, dude. But for the people that like Path of Exile 2, don't.
Also, real quick, I just want to point out this right here. Okay, so one, maybe this is true. Maybe it is a little too high. Okay, go to the fucking feedback forum that they set up specifically so you can give your feedback and post your shit there. Not to fucking Reddit, where they're not gonna fucking see it, you fucking Path of Exile 1 Andy. Okay? Also, Path of Exile 1's combat is starkly different than Path of Exile 2. You cannot compare the two.
You can play that game, dude. But for the people that like Path of Exile 2, don't try to take it away from us, brother. I hope the developers don't listen to them. The game is awesome. This is the game that I have been waiting for. Let me enjoy it. Here is a person that said, please do not nerf the difficulty of this game. I will support him, but if enough people are complaining about it, maybe there is a problem there. Maybe it can be adjusted, but adjusting this doesn't affect the base game, and that is what I want. I want them to preserve the essence of the base game. They can adjust stuff like the loot drop, like the currency drop, like the difficulty of some bosses. They can tune the balance of the game, but the essence, the base essence of the game is still there, right? That is what
the
I
meat
don't
and
want
potatoes
them to take away. You have to also remember that a lot of things are going to be nerfed when more classes are introduced, because, for example, I am playing a warrior. It is evident that the warrior needs other classes to be introduced to have more options in their builds.
Yeah, also that's another thing is there's like 3 or 4 different skill trees for gyms and whatnot that just aren't in the game yet. There's primal, I think it's spear. I think flail might be one of them. And I think there's a 4th one that I can't recall off the top of my head. They just aren't in the game yet. There are 6 other classes that are not in the game yet.
We need the Marauder to be introduced. We need the Duelist to be introduced. Maybe even the Templar to have more skills that we can use. You are narrowed down right now because you don't have that variety that you will have in the future. So there are a lot of ways that the game progressing is going to nerf itself. And this person also, I agree with this, give more crafting currency. And that is it. If you don't have like enough drops to be changing your gear all the time, but you can be upgrading your gear all the time with currency. I do agree that having more currency will be awesome. This, if you are going to have this system where you give me the shards to build the currency with 10 shards, give me more shards then, because if I need 10 of these bitches and each one of them takes a long time to get, well, it becomes a pain in the ass. I do agree with that part. But, brother, the game is awesome. I am loving it and I want to keep going. I don't want them to change the essence of the game because of some complaining on this. I hope they stick with it, that they are, and I know they will. They are awesome. They build this game. They know what they are doing. They will adjust what needs to be adjusted and will keep the essence of the game, or at least that is my hope. What do you think about all of these, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Am I crazy? Am I a clown? Am I right? What are your experiences so far with Path of Exile 2? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever, because this is
just a ride. By the way, awesome outro he's got right here. Absolutely banger outro. So yeah, in short, 1, use your dodge rolls. 2, actually use your currency. 3, stop being a pussy bitch. And 4, if you have any actual feedback that you want to give the devs, go and post it on their official fucking forums, you fucking Andes. Yeah, and so that's all I've got for my video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for coming to my corner. As always, if you liked the video, hit like, hit subscribe. If you didn't like the video, hit dislike, leave a comment, let me know why. And I will see you all next time.